Collinge-Inquiry presentation. My question is, how can educators successfully implement a positive brain-based learning environment for all students? After having the privilege to be a part of Gary Nanaka's workshop last fall, I was inspired and encouraged to look into more research behind brain-based learning. I am fascinated with the ways in which children learn and how we as teachers can provide a positive space and environment for students to reach their full learning potential. I was interested in educating myself in how children become interested and interactive through their learning, and how teachers can encourage students to have the desire to learn. I first thought about what children need to succeed in their learning based on the simple staples of a day-to-day life. Aspects such as food, water, sleep, social interactions, movement, and environment. If there is anything missing in a child's day, such as water, the brain may not be as sharp as it could be, and that child will not be learning to their greatest potential. If you have ever spent a day or even an hour with a child, chances are they like to move and need to move. When the idea of movement was brought to my attention during Gary Nanaka's workshop, I was surprised that I instantly remembered all the times in elementary school where we had been moving around or dancing in class. If you asked me to tell you what I did in gym class 14 years ago, I could tell you, but remembering about math or English, not very likely. So what? Children need to be involved in the classroom and have equal opportunities to learn, and children are more likely to retain information when they are moving around or acting it out. Gary Nanaka. I had the privilege of speaking with Gary Nanaka, and he had some very valuable input and advice to help guide me through my inquiry project. The process of brain-based learning is broken into two sections, the science behind it and the practical practice of this approach to teaching. Brain-based learning is a whole new way of teaching that puts the students before the curriculum. Some teachers and education facilitators may be skeptical of this change and frown upon the brain-based learning approach, but how are teachers supposed to successfully teach the students the required curriculum if their brain is shut off and they are not learning anything regardless? Students need to be involved and moving around the classroom to help trigger brain signals that learning is actually taking place. They need to be encouraged and excited to learn in order for them to absorb the information that you are teaching. The approach to brain-based learning is still very new in the education system, and less than 1% of American schools implement these strategies and support the change to brain-based learning. Some engagement strategies that he suggests are brain states, state changers, nourishment, movement, water, music, visuals. The brain only has pictures and there are no words. Therefore, visuals are very important. According to Gary Nanaka, Marcia Tate is the #1 facilitator of brain-based learning approaches for teachers and has written a book called Worksheets Don't Grow Dendrites. Marcia's work focuses on the practical approach of brain-based learning and the implementation of it into the classroom. These are some of her recommendations of classroom strategies. Because students learn best when they are focused and engaged, these research-based teaching strategies enable teachers not only to promote long-term retention of information, but also to increase student motivation and academic success. Using graphic organizers, semantic maps, and word webs, engaging students through music, rhythm, rhyme, and rap, harnessing the power of reciprocal teaching and cooperative learning, implementing project-based and problem-based instruction, and leading students through visualization and guided imagery exercises. Eric Jensen has written 26 books on the human brain and has worked with Gary since 1997 on the brain-based learning and new paradigm of teaching. He has a very interesting and informative website titled Jensen Learning, Practical Teaching with the Brain in Mind, where I was able to gather plenty of information and sign up for an email subscription for brain-based learning techniques and information regarding upcoming workshops and professional development days. Brain-based education is a purposeful engagement of strategies based on principles derived from solid scientific research. It is simply the engagement strategies based on body, mind, and brain research. Evidence suggests that stress is a significant factor in creativity, memory, behavior, and learning. Teachers who purposely manage stress factors by increasing or decreasing stress in the classroom are likely to experiencing the positive classroom environment. There are many ways to decrease stress in the classroom, such as integrating stretching exercises, incorporating recess times, teaching coping skills, and utilizing physical education. I plan on attending workshops both by Gary Anaka and Eric Jensen to further my education and knowledge of brain-based learning. Along with committing to lifelong learning, it is important for me as a teacher to keep my options open around my philosophy of teaching, and I look forward to gathering a wide range of teaching strategies throughout my career. Gary Anaka had told me that this approach to teaching is not just one simple thing that you do in the classroom, but a lifelong project that will continue to grow throughout the years, and that I have just dipped my toes into the water. These were some of my favorite quotes picked out from Eric Jensen's website. What makes us move is what makes us think. The future, you'll spend the rest of your life there. Review before you do something new. As a teacher, I hope to have the resources available to me to have every opportunity to improve the learning environment of children. I am dedicated to becoming a lifelong learner and will always be open to new ideas and teaching strategies. I am excited to have the opportunity to start implementing these strategies that I have learned through this inquiry project in my practicum classes, and I look forward to continuing my inquiry around brain-based learning strategies in the classroom.